everyone.
Welcome, everybody.
Today, I just realized that we didn't record something for a short today, by the way.
Oh, that's okay. That is like the easiest thing.
Yeah.
That is like a 2-second thing.
Sorry, chat. I remembered it literally right as we went live and went,
Yeah.
I need to make a note of this.
Chat, how you doing?
Hello, chat.
We got Jordan. We got
Morning.
Chris today.
Bottom of the morning to you all.
We have very, very complex questions about.
Yeah, we're tackling some big stuff today. Some heady topics.
Literally some big stuff. If you guys saw the title of the chat, Will Monvo subscribed 60 months.
60.
Whoa!
60. The big 60.
Wow.
My goodness. Hello, welcome back.
Panic bomb. We got blood.
Hope you are still enjoying your time here. Pardon my friend over here. He takes a little bit to get used to. But
first of all, who said I was your friend?
Whoa,
that
I did, and I'm in charge. So
that got deep real quick. T. Schmidt, Panic Bomb. Mardus, welcome everybody. Dang, that's right.
That was dark.
That's right.
Was a dark, unfortunate.
I am the gatekeeper.
You most certainly are a gatekeeper.
I am the last call when the need for producing is dire. I will. Something just happened on our end, volume-wise, and I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Did you break things?
I didn't break anything. All right. Question of the day. Can a mini be big? Oh. I think minis can be big if it's meant to scale. Paint liquor? You're hired.
Paint liquor?
I can't. I have no authority to do that, but you're hired.
I can't make this decision.
Paint liquor answers the question. Good stream. Where's the end stream button? We're done.
We're done?
Bing.
Right. You heard it here, chat.
We're out of here.
He's going to throw up some links for you today. And
yeah,
we're going to find somebody to write into. Don't worry about us. We will see you tomorrow bright and early.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even North, the big one, big one is mini in comparison to the reality. Oh, the reality. But that would mean that Space Marines are real. Right? So.
I mean, was your mother real?
What?
Was your mother real?
My mom is real. I see what you're trying to do. That she was a Space Marine. She was a good Space Marine. I'm just getting this beautiful picture now of my mom being like a Space Marine, which is making me laugh very loud inside. Paint liquor, Fuse will fire me. What even is size? Wow. Papa Chicken. Now we're getting into, reality. We're getting to that like high level of consciousness speak. This is good.
Chat, anyway. I need you all to know. I watched the next two movies in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Great story.
Excellent decision. Really enjoyed my viewing experience. We are moving on to Fast 7 and 8 tonight.
Some would say that you paint Fast and Furious.
I most certainly am. Fast and Furious.
Now, so my question is the thing that Jordan painting today, is this thing, this Space Marine, still considered a miniature?
Does it look like your mother?
Nothing.
I think
now
disturbed.
What's the workup on this, Jordan?
For the blue?
Yeah, what was this?
What was it? I said it yesterday. It was dark blue plus blue, and then blue, and then adding in, I think it was just ivory.
Are you going to do some free hands of logos and stuff?
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, it's an action figure or doll. Oh, yeah.
This is not a doll.
See, that was my moral question. Is this a doll or is this an action figure? I think it could be both, which is fine.
This is not a doll. How dare you?
I don't think it's a doll. And it's okay if it's a doll. It's a cool doll.
It's a Space Marine.
The circle had a delay effect. Oh boy.
Yeah, we got him here with
I'm
the
here, everybody.
with the summoning circle.
And our topic of the day, if you're just now tuning in, can minis be big? Nisbet.
I need you to do me a favor, Christopher.
No.
Oh, that's too bad. 'Cause
Absolutely
I'm
not.
in charge here.
What do you need?
I need you to pull up the Googles.
The Googles. All right, 1 second, chat. I'm coming back. Don't you panic. Don't you panic. Bomb.
Whoa. Put him under arrest. He's not allowed to use that language on chat.
Okay, Mo's Magic coming in from left field. Big minis are called bigatures as decided on Cool Mini or Not 15 years ago. That's hilarious. That's awesome. I've never heard of that.
Mo, I'm going to need you to cite your sources.
That's interesting. What do you need me to Google?
I need you to Google Ultramarine Space Marine 40K.
Images.
Images. Yep. Okay, so gold on the chest.
Oh yeah, like this one.
Oh yeah, perfect.
That one's
one. That one
classic.
right there. That is classic. Okay, gold on. That's it. Literally
Gold
this model.
trim.
It's literally this model. Gold
Yeah.
trim.
Everything's gold trim.
The white with the we got a little bit of dust. Yeah, we're basically doing that model or that character.
Big miniatures.
Can
Wow.
you make that image larger?
I can make it smaller.
Can you find another image that is the same image but larger potentially?
Yeah, it's just like a classic Space Marine. Welcome everybody. Welcome in. We are painting a big mini
Mhm.
today.
Yep, we're gonna
That's
be
what
zoomed
we're
out a
painting
lot
today.
today.
Painting a big mini. How's that, Jordan?
It's actually really fun.
Pretty good. Not there.
It's funny because
That's pretty standard Space Marine.
yeah, that works. The other guy had
Omega
the gold
Marines.
on the knee pads though, which was I think.
Oh, here's a question. Jordan,
Yeah.
if my noosh mix is drying too quickly and not wiping cleanly,
Mhm.
do I need more noosh or more water? Great
More
question.
noosh, less water. If you're thinning it down, remember the less viscous you apply it, less of the mix that you apply, the faster it will dry. So
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The thicker that you apply it, the longer it will take to dry.
Right.
So the thinner it is, the quicker it will dry.
I'm going to save this picture. That we don't get ads because this silly website is giving ads.
You can also just go back to images.
Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, it's freezing. Page.
That page was being incredible.
No, Philip, you don't. You do not need to watch. That is actually
What do we need to watch?
Very-
according to Philip?
very smart choice to not watch. Specifically when Philip's watching. Everybody else, you should watch. Philip,
Philip, you got other stuff to do. Go do your other things.
Game Delay, welcome in. Papa Chicken, welcome in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
We are answering a lot of deep questions today.
Deep lore, as it were.
Yeah.
We're uncovering the deep lores
That's right.
of the universe.
Yep. That's exactly right. Longer to dry. Here we go. Here's one from Mike Jordan yesterday. Y'all gave advice for making sure my airbrushed base coat for my mini bases could have needed longer to dry. How long should I let base coat dry before masking with putty and layering?
I would give it a solid hour. You potentially could make it work in half an hour to 45 minutes.
Oh, when you put like silly putty over it to like
Yeah,
do a.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would say give it longer than you would think it would take.
Gotcha.
Is always my kind of 2 cents on the matter.
Right.
Yes, I know I just ripped that guy's head off. Don't worry about it.
What did you just do?
I ripped his head off.
Oh, chat, it's horrible. Look away. Game delay. Don't need to watch, but it's impossible to look away. I'll take that as a compliment. So the 12 hours they had enough noted. Yep, full day noted. That's right, Mike. I let mine have a 24-hour bathe in the Phoenix sun. That's what I do.
Also use the tape on the t-shirt trick. It does actually work.
Glue a normal sized Space Marine head on it. That's hilarious.
That would look ridiculous.
You didn't rip his head off. Yeah, he did. He just didn't need his head. That's right. You don't even need your head. Where did you get this figure? What figure is this, Jordan?
This is McFarlane.
It is McFarlane KFJ.
Space Marine. Yeah.
Going straight
It
silly
certainly
putty.
is.
Yes, it is a big mini.
It's
I
a
guess.
big old Space Marine.
Is it the same plastic?
No.
Okay.
Goodness, no.
That was the test. You passed, Jordan.
Thanks.
I said that like I knew it. No sculpted shoulder pads, no.
It came as gray plastic. You can get them as gray plastic. It's very cool.
Ryan Wallace, is silly putty really kosher to use for masking? I remember it being slightly oily when I was a kid.
No, it is totally great.
Glue a Barbie head on it? That's hilarious.
That would actually be really funny.
You could glue a He-Man. You could glue any head on there. It'd actually be awesome.
Dwayne the Rock
Silly
Johnson.
putty is amazing for masking. I've actually never tried that yet.
Silly putty masking?
It's pretty cool though. I've seen it done. I've never
Yeah.
personally tried
No,
it.
it works great.
It works good for like camo and stuff, right?
Yes.
Welcome in, everybody. We're just painting big minis here. Apparently, that's the thing. Been for years, painting big minis. I'm here to give Jordan the business. Take away his focus.
He doesn't know anything about the business.
I know a lot about basic business, which is a whole nother subject.
I mean,
for
you ran one for a minute.
Business. Good afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. Instructions unclear. You know what? Silly putty. So, silly putty, Jordan.
Yeah, hit me. Don't hit me.
Because
But talk to me.
it has a oily texture. You said you have to wait at least an hour before you start putting it on.
I
like,
would.
on wet paint.
I would.
It doesn't take any of the paint off? That's crazy. I didn't
Mm-mm.
even realize that.
Nah, it's really, really good for that sort of thing.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
What happened?
I'm seeing if we're having a technical difficulty right now. And no, I think we're good.
Tell Gabe to fix it. Also, I need that photo of the Space Marine again.
Yes, let me bring that up. No, we're good. Ooh, are you going to use non-metallic gold on this, or are you going to paint this trim gold? You should just use the gold.
I think I'm going to use metallics. Yeah.
Woo! I love our metallics. That's a toy, not a very serious war game miniature. That's definitely not a toy. Panic bomb? Truth. Not if it could play. Yeah, I've never tried Silly Putty. I would like to. I think it'd be cool. I think it would be cool.
So let's see here. Can we scroll down through these images? A little
Sure.
bit? Let's see what we got here. Let me move this thing out of the way so I can actually see.
Jordan, that moving the bottle out of the way of the monitor would help.
Yeah, I think so too.
It looks very like the crest on like the chest
The
plate
chest,
is gold.
for sure. Trim on the shoulders, gold for sure.
Papa Chicken. Pretty sure I heard Jordan promise to paint a 2K point army at the scale. That would be such an expensive army, and I bet you someone has done that already.
It would be ridiculous. Also, just think about how big the rhinos and the vehicles would be.
They would be
Huge.
What can somebody look up the scale of the McFarlane minis? What's the scale? 2,000 or something? Not 2,000. That would be
Mo, much love, buddy. Much love, Mo.
Mo. Take it easy. Come back. We'll be waiting.
Ismail, hello.
Ooh, Ryan Wallace used gold leaf. That'd be good.
Yes, I see your pores. Delicious.
Okay, did someone look up the scale of these McFarlane minis?
Can you continue scrolling it down, sir?
Jordan, you know what a space marine looks like. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood,
whoa.
baby.
Scroll up. Stop.
Gosh, Jordan.
Stop.
You see it.
Right side.
This one?
One more down. Click on that.
Whoa, y'all talk about that, all right.
That's actually really cool.
Look at that.
So I might try and do something kind of like that.
1/8 scale.
I won't do
That's cool.
I'm going to do the knee pad thing. With the white knee pad. I think is really cool.
Awkwardish, welcome in.
What's
I'm
up, Awkwardish?
I'm catching up with chat here. I was looking up stuff for Jordan.
Keep going.
Keep going? You
Yeah.
know what this looks like.
No. I need more
Game
inspiration.
delay. This is not the Chaos Crew. This is the extremely focused and ready to go, ready for battle crew.
We are ready for battle.
I've never been distracted in my entire life.
Fear not, for we are ready for battle.
Oh, how about this one? Literally the same one, different pose.
I like where your head's at.
Ghost Hunter. Here's a question for Ghost Hunter, right over here. You see this one? What's that? Signar blue? How do you paint Signar blue?
How do you paint Signar blue? What's Signar blue? I don't actually know what that is, to be honest with you.
This browser is actually not going to be working at
Okay, you're
optimal
good. I
right
know
now.
what everything looks like now.
For some reason, it is struggling today. Are those gradients airbrushed or glazed? Says KFJ.
Airbrush.
Those are airbrushed.
I did all of them yesterday. You are more than welcome to check it out on our VODs on YouTube.
Treebird Prince. I think it's 32 mil scale, and Jordan has shrunk. That's right. Let's see here. I think someone said it was 1/8 scale. Ryan Wallace said it was 1/8. How easy was it resist the circle? It was an impulse that I tried to resist, and I did my best.
But in the end,
Yesterday was Airbrush ASMR day. These size questions today. That's correct, Papa Chicken. Today's main question, if you're coming in chat, is can minis be big? And yes, we know that there are these fancy terms for big miniatures. We get it. But I'm asking deeper questions. I'm asking, can a mini really be big? That's simple. It's a simple question. Requires a complicated answer. Jordan, I only see your head right now.
great.
Oh, gosh, guys, this is what I got to deal with. It's all right. I give Jordan enough business telling him on the shorts, hey, move your head up and down, up, go. This time, focus.
All right.
Ooh. I do like the gradients that you've got going on this.
Well, thank you. Okay. Head's back on permanently. We're done with that.
KFJ has a good painting tip. Do you have any tips on avoiding the things you specifically don't want to get black paint on? Oh, that's a great question.
Be careful. Is unfortunately
That's it? There's no better
I'm
scientific
gonna be-
answer?
to be frank,
Hey, guys, be
careful.
careful. That's it. When you're painting, be careful.
I mean, realistically, unless you want to mask everything off, the answer really is just be careful.
Just take your time. Go
Yeah,
slow.
take your time. Don't rush through things.
Paint liquor. Get good.
The more that you do it, the less you'll mess it up.
Yeah. It's just say KFJ, the taking your time with it, having fun with it, but just trying to be as precise as possible.
It's one
And
of
you
those
can always
things
go
there's
back.
just there's not a cheat for it. You just gotta put in the time and not screw it up. But also realizing that sometimes it's okay if you screw it up. All things can be fixed.
Okay, Treebeard says McFarlane's 1/12 scale. I'm catching up here. I believe Awkward says a mini can in fact be big, as with most things. Spectrum of requires nuance. I agree with you. I agree. Good. Instructions unclear. Got black paint in my eye. Paint Liquor also says don't sneeze. Patient. Oh yeah, patience is a big one, Solo. You got to have patience with this, for sure. Patience is a virtue. KFJ, I can relate to that. Painting my Imperial Fist trim after doing all that yellow was, dude. I've done a trim on one of those War Master Titans, and epic scale. Not so epic to paint. Just gonna throw that out there. Jordan paints epic scale really well. Chris, does everybody know? Let me back up. Does everybody know the epic scale size from GW? Very small minis, very tiny. I personally
Epic
was
being Legions
so
Imperialis,
excited. Yes, Legion Imperialis. They've had other epic-sized games, but they're old.
It's older, and
Yeah.
people may not be as familiar with them by name.
Now, Legions Imperialis, I was so hyped to paint them and build them and do all of that stuff. I was so wrong. I've never been more wrong in my entire life. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to paint these minis. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go boom, boom. I'm going to be right. Was an epic experience for me.
The tanks are actually really fun.
Nope.
Really? You're not having any fun with
I
that?
just couldn't do it. I don't know why.
All right.
But that's okay. I have decided that's okay. I'd rather just get them a nice color and get them on the table and play. That's the whole meaning of painting. For me specifically.
I think there's a world where Chris can enjoy painting these miniatures. I
Maybe.
believe in that world.
One
would
thick
even say that I'm committed to that world.
Band of Goblins, One Thick Coat. Best video from Peachy for painting. I haven't seen that one. Very ironically named scale, honestly. Yes, it is. We talked about that yesterday. I think you guys talked about it yesterday briefly.
Yeah. This should be what they call epic scale.
Yes, this is epic scale. All right, let's catch up here. 1 second, you guys. I'm catching up. Is Signar Blue an ultramarine blue or cobalt blue? I want to look it up, but I haven't been able to.
I mean,
I'm
you
catching
could
up here.
largely
I
use
found the
this
Space Marines
reference.
LI to be really easy to paint. Just prime the whole sprue. Oh, Legions Imperialis. That's KFJ. Yes, painting the whole sprue is great. Mike's asking, how's the Fulgrim build going? How's the Dwarf Troll Sunrise diorama build? Mike, I Haven't started it yet.
Honestly, I might work
reality.
on Fulgrim getting the parts together and cleaned up this weekend.
You know, it's interesting too. I also I had another idea. I'm gonna still do that same thing, but I think I want the trolls to be really. So I want to get like a really nice plinth, right, and do like a whole environment scene on it,
Mm-hmm.
but just have it because I want the dwarves. I thought about having the dwarves in it. I might have the dwarves walking away after the after this all is unfolded instead of putting them like in little bags. I thought about that, but I might do them in just a really cool stone effect because that's something that I really want to learn is to do stone skin. So
There's
that's
also
what mine might be.
actually a really cool moment in the Fellowship where Aragorn
Yep.
and the four hobbits
I
are
passed by it.
Yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
hanging out in that same little area.
Yeah.
That would be really cool to do as a diorama.
Has
of
Jabe
that.
printed your extra tree bits and started giving you random tree parts for your tree? Oh my gosh. Gabe's not in here, but I finished that model. I'll have to post that in our Discord.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me, Gabe, I need to get you bases to print. For me. Also, I need a new bottle of
Ghost
Oh,
Hunter.
black.
Why didn't the council give Bilbo's ring to Tom Bombadil? That's a actually great question, and I will answer that question for you. I'm not going. I promised. I promised that I wouldn't turn our painting stream into a Lord of the Rings lecture. I promised that to myself, and I'm going to stick to it. But
Hey,
I
you
will
know what?
answer that one question.
Answering questions is fine.
I will
am
answer that
very
one
interested
question.
to know some of the answers to those questions.
Couple different things, reasons why. First of all, why didn't they do it? The reality is, well, a couple different things.
Well,
The
let's
reason
give a little bit
why
of primer on
he
Bomb.
wouldn't want it, yes, Mike said it right. He would forget about it because those things didn't actually affect Tom Bombadil in the world. It wasn't a concern of him. He didn't take it. He didn't take it seriously, which means that for him it didn't matter. And depending on what your theory is on Tom Bombadil, whole different discussion. The Gandalf specifically said no, we're not going to give it to him. It would essentially he wouldn't take the whole thing seriously, and at some point when all comes to the end and Tom Bombadil will be the last person to be living or surviving the whole raids of Mordor and Sauron coming and taking over Middle Earth, blah blah blah, he would still fall. That's a theory that is out there right now of like, yes, he's strong. We don't know how strong Tom Bombadil is. We know that he's not affected by evil like normal. He also doesn't show his true strength because Tolkien very much made him a very just open-ended
Nebulous
character, and that was
character.
very nebulous. That was his whole reasoning for it. Gabe, by the way, says no.
No?
He says no.
Why not, Gabe? You said that you would
Yep,
use that.
Mike's
do
right.
that.
Wasn't a thing of value or impact to him, so it would have ended up somewhere in a river. Yeah, like he would just die. That's the whole debate of because you guys have heard this thing. Everybody says it. Like, why didn't the eagles fly Frodo to Mordor? The most triggering question to all of the Tolkien fans out there. Because it's not part of the hero's narrative. Doesn't make for good storytelling.
Make for a good story.
That's which people, when you say that, they're like, well, that's a cop out. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not that it's a cop out. It's that you
yes,
can't write that and make an
the
interesting.
Eagles are
story.
strong, but with the forces of Mordor, they can't just drop somebody
shoot.
off. So Jordan. Oh no, you guys! He did the thing. Oh no!
Right.
He fixed it. So wow, it was. See, this is what happens when I talk about Lord of the Rings. It's too much.
You're fine. You're fine. Keep going.
No, that was it. I'm too derailed now.
Nope.
See now, you guys. Let's take a moment of respect for Jordan.
Why?
because if Chris had made that situation, I would have been a volcano of fury. I would have been very I would have not. I would have exploded.
Would you have?
Oh my gosh!
Well, here's actually a good answer.
It's not good. It's not
to
good.
the question of, somebody asked, what happens.
What happens
if you make a mistake? And it's like, well, you do your best to clean it up and you move on. And
oh yeah,
I mean,
I would have raged for sure.
Just
Mike.
do a little bit of cleanup and
see, this is what we've asked for with Baby J. Look, it's like it didn't even happen. Me, that Space Marine, garbage.
Yeah,
Done.
it's like
in the garbage.
Would have been over.
Hey, you know what, you guys? This is cool. Garbage. How would you approach painting faces at this scale, Jordan? Says KFJ.
I mean, largely how I approached painting the Crone. It's a very similar size.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, right? Like.
Yep.
Ooh. Faces, right?
Idea. I had an idea.
The Crone's face.
Put the Crone's face on there.
Space Marine.
Yes. Yes, Gabe. I would have given up model. Yes, I would have garbage in the garbage. Done. Thrown away. Money wasted. Too angry. Crone Marine.
Crone Marine.
Crone Marine. Yes. I'm glad you guys like the texture trainers. It's awesome.
They seem to have been selling very well. So
crack the helmet so the Crone is wearing a damaged Space Marine helmet. Oh. Mike, that's a great idea. Why didn't the Eagles fly the hobbits in Mordor? They weren't around because of their migration patterns. Huh. We could go National Geographic on this. That's good. That's a good response, Wallace. Symbol Green is your best friend for mulligans. Oh, never thought of it that way. His motto was a Crone Marine.
I mean, you could also make the argument of the haze that befell Mordor during the time of the Eye was strong enough that they could not have traveled.
You can't just
through
have these massive, and it sounds stupid when you say it out loud because it is, because why nobody thinks of that. It's like they weren't like indestructible beings, the Eagles. They were extremely
It just would have been a
strong.
convenient mode of transportation.
Yeah, but it's like, imagine 12 school buses flying above you. You're gonna see them.
Well, and I think that was the whole idea, right? Is they wanted to go and keep it secret and keep it not.
Yeah, and it's just not, it's not good storytelling. That's the number one reason. 100%.
There are a lot of like legitimate reasons that I could come up with for them to not have been present during that time.
Here's game delay. It's actually a question of debate of animals and beasts being affected by rings, which is not, it's not really like a possibility. But again, these are like greater beings atop, in this world. So the whole point is it doesn't happen because, again, it's a thing on storytelling, which is like the number one reason. Yeah, that's right. The Punisher. If I see flying school buses, I'm going to wonder the shenanigans. Ghost Hunter, why not send the One Ring to the west? It wasn't because that is also something that was brought up, but it's not of. Essentially, the task is given to Frodo, right? It has to be destroyed, and there's several. The way you destroy it is to take it where it was created, and that's why in Mount Doom, not in the West, you have to destroy it where it's created. That's right. Extra in that. The fly. That's funny. So let's back up. Baby J right now, if you guys didn't see that, just slight miracle he pulled off.
Oh, on the kneecap.
Yeah, you took that was quick response. You're
Well-
like a really that was a quick response.
You can tell that I've done it before, right?
I guess so.
That's one of those
You
things
acted.
that
You were like, oh my gosh, I need to sew this guy up.
Well, I mean, that's the
casualty.
thing, right? Is that first off, paint is still wet. It doesn't dry immediately when you put it on the model. So, especially if you splash it on the model like that, right?
Right.
So, you think about it in this perspective. It's like, okay, well, that paint is wet. It has not adhered to the model yet. So I have some fractions of seconds
Uh-huh.
where
Yeah.
I can attack this
Yep.
and get this paint to not dry.
I've
or
started
cool.
doing that too with my brush. Like
Yeah.
if I make like a little mess up, I'm like, oh, just like
Yeah.
get the water there. get it
Well,
off.
and that's what that's the thing you can do is if it's wet, you throw paint on the model, you can just throw water at it. Literally, just like get a bunch of water on your brush and just jam it in there. It'll end up creating a little bit of a wash effect, but it'll take time for that to dry. So you can kind of go in and kind of
Yeah.
scrub it with your print brush, and then you can clean it up afterwards with a damp piece of.
KFJ,
towel.
odd question, but do Procro paints get thicker as time passes once you've opened them?
Yes. Well, sort of.
I mean, it's a long
So-
time. They keep
so-
their consistency.
So
for-
here's the thing that here's how I will explain this to you. Paint, once exposed to air, and as air is exposed to it, will cure and dry and thicken over a period of time.
yeah.
And so every time that you open your bottle to put paint out, air is getting into that bottle. Like air is coming out and air is going back into the bottle. So the more that you use a paint and you keep it open and you use it, the thicker it will be. Now our bottles are great in that, generally speaking, if you have the gasket in them and you keep them closed for long periods of time, they will stay very fluid because no air is getting to them. But there is air in the bottle. We don't create a vacuum inside the bottle when we close these things. So there is a small amount of air that is in the bottle. Now, that will take a long time for it to slowly thicken over time,
Yeah.
especially if no new air is getting introduced.
Right.
So you got to think about it this way. If you have a broker bottle and you're not using it for a long period of time, for example, I have a set of, I'll give you a bottle example. I have a bottle of Coal Black at home that feels brand new
Yeah.
because I had not used it in like 4 years.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to say. I think my first.
It was open. I had used it previously.
Yeah.
But it was a second bottle of paint, and I had just used up my recent one, so I
Gotcha.
grabbed that other one, and it was just like brand new.
Yeah.
And that was because I hadn't opened it over and over and over again. Like the bottle that I had here, the Coal Black that I have on my stand, is thicker because I open it and use it every day.
Yeah.
But the one that I opened and used less frequently is thinner because it hasn't had as much exposure to air.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
you have to think about like how often do you use the paint, how often is it being exposed to air. Paint is not a permanent fixture. It will dry out. It will go bad eventually. That's why we do everything that we can with these bottles to keep them airtight. Now, that's not a perfect solution, but it is the best solution that exists.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
I have my same bottle of camo green, which I think I just finished, and that was like one of my first paints that I ever bought from Pro Acryl when I first met Jason, and I think I just ran out of it, and it was good as new.
Hmm?
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
if it's
I'm
a
catching
daily
up here,
driver
guys.
paint, I would not be surprised if
Mm-hmm.
those paints are typically a little bit thicker than your other bottles that you don't use as often because they get exposed to air more frequently.
Chuck Jade, welcome in. Jordan looks
Sure.
like he's being pretty rough with that model. Is he not concerned with rubbing paint off? Did he apply some varnish? No, you know what? It's just I think he can put a good layer of coating on that.
Yeah, so yeah, I am gonna rub some of these corners off. Some of them already have a little bit, but honestly, once you lock in the paint over the primer, it's pretty durable. Like,
Yeah.
for one, I don't have super oily hands, and I do wash my hands on a pretty frequent basis, so my hands don't hold a bunch of oil, which is something that typically will cause your paint to wear out more frequently. Um, so that helps, but also the fact that I'm not, holding onto it
Yeah.
and like rubbing at it either.
Yeah.
I'm gently just kind of letting it lay in my hand.
You can't really put that on like a handle to not be
No.
touching, which is funny.
No, I mean I could like rip this whole thing apart and
Ghost Hunter. A witch, a witch.
and paint it all in little sections, but that is too much work. And I think it looks a lot cooler when I've got the whole miniature here that I'm starting to kind of black out, and you can see all the cool details and things like that, all the armor pieces, etc.
Captain Mannerings. He needed to do a wall test. Yeet it against the wall. That's silly. Now, I would have done that if I would have made that mistake that Jordan made earlier. I would have just earthquake tested or just bullied that thing right into the wall. Yeah.
Would you have?
No, I would have been very upset, realistically.
Did that experience watching me do it fix it?
Yes.
Make it
did.
easier for
made
you
it all
to
right, yes. Chuck, in today's episode of Adventures in Machine Shops, and this one ties into the hobby, we sent parts, but for paint, work instructions, it says only paint crimson. The parts came back neon green. Sent parts out. That's funny. Paint crimson.
It's like, hey, I want this thing painted blue. And then you get it back and it's brown. You're like, well,
I could see where that could get
that's
confusing.
not what I asked for.
No. Not if you paid for it. That's true. No. Jordan needs a really big painting handle for these. Yes, he does. I don't even know if they do. This obviously is not something you normally paint.
No.
It's funny. I've been just watching a lot more Instagram reels of miniature painters, and a lot I've been seeing, which I would actually ask for you on this one to watch, is where they'll do that really diluted white on the plasma guns, and then like have it get in the crevices and stuff like that, or something that's turning really hot.
Well,
I want to see that on this.
we have a plasma.
Do it now. Do it now.
I'm not doing it now. Wait. Patience.
We need more water. You guys, Jordan makes me have to wait for these things. Not appropriate. I don't approve.
I want to wait for a day where you're not sidetracked with producing so you can enjoy it to its fullest.
What's that? Painting?
No, watching and learning from that experience.
From what experience? What are you talking about?
The white hot part of the plasma glow.
Oh, I know, because I want to do it on flamers too. I saw that too. Like on a flamer in the little like holes. I need an airbrush, chat. That's my next step.
An airbrush.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, right.
I do have
one of those.
I just need to do airbrushing for the gosh, what am I trying to say? Yeah, that's right.
Christopher?
That I was reading Gabe's comment. See, like that, we aren't producing, we're glued to the screen watching stream. That's right, we're not. We're back there cooking up great ideas.
Yeah, you guys do nothing but
Hard
hang out
work.
and do your work and then listen to us do stupid things on stream.
Mike, no sir. I do not need that. Yes, Captain Mannerings. I need to get better at airbrushing. Still much of a new. Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm a noob with it, but like I don't use an airbrush that much. I've never, I like airbrushing, but I've never really had the minis where I'm like, oh, maybe I should just airbrush this whole thing. I'm starting to get into that habit of, I'm starting to get into the habit of, what am I trying to say? Trying to use or figure out what I would do for an airbrush, or I don't want to say speed painting, but I'm getting into a habit where I just want my minis done and painted so I can play with them, right? So I don't paint them quickly. I just paint them without being too judgmental on the paint job, just so I can get them on the table. Jordan, Mike says, I did actually finally break out my Monument Hobbies airbrush. Holy crap, I've been using garbage. It's actually accurately sprays paint. Yeah, the our airbrushes are awesome. They're great.
We partner with a great company to make those airbrushes.
Gabe has one of our airbrushes. He really likes it. I think Philip does too. Clarkatron says, do you need to do anything fancy to clean the airbrush after using varnish?
Nope. Just water.
Gabe says, don't speak to me. Gabe, take a lap.
Gabe, be nice.
Take a lap around the building.
Gabe, we're one team here. One team, one dream, Gabe.
I can tell them if I like. Hey, you know what, Gabe? I don't like your attitude.
What's he saying?
I don't even need to read it out loud. He says, I can tell them myself that I like my airbrush. Well, then why don't you tell them? This is what happens, chat. There's constant war between the the East and the West team over on that side of the building. Gabe's East, I'm West. There's a big border right between in our office, East and West side.
That's true.
Question: what happens if you give Space Marine a chainsaw gun arm? Oh, I don't know.
What?
Jade, great observation.
What is the observation?
Jade said, "You know what, Gabe? You just said you were working and not glued to the stream." No, we get work done. Rome wasn't built in a day. False. We built Rome. Monument Hobbies marketing team. Yep. That's our slogan. We built Rome in a day. Oh. Mike says, Jordan, make this a Tech Marine. Grab a knight model and use its arm as mechanical arm. Not a bad idea. Are those the same? Is that the same scale? Would that work? Jade, more snark. We like more snark. Ryan Wallace, Grex is where I started. Great airbrushes, so little time spent. Yes, they're very easy to use. Game delay. It's our new slogan for the Monument marketing team. We built Rome in a day.
We built Rome in a day.
Count Zombie, welcome in. The chainsaw gum arm. Yes, a gun arm would be dope. You got to see if one of those knight arms works on this guy. That would be dope.
Oh, it's like a cool conversion.
Oh my gosh, Mike. Mike says, oh, so you need Titan weapons to be in scale, Jordan. Noted.
I dare you.
No, we do not dare you.
No, we do not dare you.
We do not dare you.
No, we do not dare you.
We do not do that, Jordan. We do not dare Mike. That is a... Can you just get to the gold already?
That's probably the next thing I'm going to do, Christopher. Masucci.
Sorry, I'm a little spicy today, chat.
Yeah, how dare you?
No backsies. Mike, your picture on our restream thing still makes me laugh. I don't know why. The no picture found. Baka, welcome back.
Bakamaru. Hello.
Nice. You heard it here, folks. Yep, here. Welcome to chat, everybody. If you're just now joining us, it is 2:52 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona, where it is a whopping 105 degrees.
It's pretty warm outside.
The moral question of the day is, oh my gosh, you keep ripping his appendages off. Poor guy.
Popped off his shoulder pad. Calm down.
Moral question of the day, can minis be big? Convince me otherwise.
Your minis can't be
no,
big.
Change my mind. That's what it is, that meme. Can minis be big? Change my mind.
Christopher is not allowed to have large miniatures.
I'm not. I think that it's all your perspective, man. Like, big minis can be big and mini minis can be mini, dude. It needs to be a statement, not a question. Can minis be a moral question now?
Oh, here's
Anxiety breakdown. That's funny. Okay.
here's another really interesting question.
Oh, I like these. Here we go, chat. Get ready for this.
For chat out there.
Be big. Change my mind.
We've got some cool new upcoming games.
We do.
Coming out.
We've got a giveaway.
Yeah, that one's great. You should buy all of it. But there's another interesting game that's coming out. Or not a game, but an update for a game that a couple of our members of our staff are very, very large players of.
What are you talking about right
Just
now?
calm down, Christopher.
Baka, I'll have a little costume and I'll do quick changes for you.
And so I'm thinking about painting some rats.
Stratego. Oh, AOS 4. Mike, yep. That's it. Start the hype train.
And so what do you all think about me painting up some cool
I don't know if everybody saw that leak today.
rat folk?
And now it's
on-
official
on the
announcement
stream?
because they leaked it and then they have to announce it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I saw a post for it. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a leak or I just saw an article first that said, "Oh, it's a leak." But the model's pretty dope. Pretty dope. You guys like how I just almost died right there with my speech? It's like pretty dope. Sorry, my train came off the tracks there a little bit. Yeah, the Skaven models are dope.
So if you guys think that you'd be interested in seeing me paint those,
No.
I wasn't talking to you, Christopher.
I want a Banjo-Kazooie. Gosh, what's the witch's name? Grundy? Grundle? Not Grundle. Grungy? Grungy. Anybody somebody look it up. The witch from Banjo-Kazooie.
We literally looked this up the other day.
I did.
You and I literally looked it up the other day.
Hold on.
And we pulled up the picture of her where
Gruntilda.
she's
that's when they turn. I thought that's when she turned into the hot one
the
or
hot
something.
one. Yeah.
Gruntilda. I'm talking about Grunty, the big old lady. Achoo! When she would in the multiplayer, I'm really going back right now. She's like, achoo! When she would shoot her like bird gun. Mike, did Chris commit to getting naked on stream? No, I did not. Mike? No. Even though I could make millions, I've decided to not choose that life.
Confirmed. Chris has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I have an OnlyFans. It is just me talking about
Lord
Lord of the Rings. That's it. That's my OnlyFans. Come on in, you guys. But I would make it really quaint. You know, I got like coffee and we're just having a good time. Answering questions and just only responding with positive reinforcement.
I bet you 100% that there are OnlyFans out there that are like that.
I'm sure. Yes. Gruntilda. That's what I want you to paint next.
Gruntilda.
Change my mind.
Change my mind.
I just thought that would be kind of. I might do that. I haven't painted one yet.
Painted
Yes,
one
it
what?
was Mike. You're right. She was named Grunty. I haven't painted a texture trainer yet. I have to give it a whirl.
Yeah, you're gonna do it with the Crone.
I think so. I think I would do it. I think I would do it like that.
Great.
A reverse OnlyFans. I keep sending news until you give me $10 a month. That is silly. Her name doesn't change when she turns hot when you lose. Oh, right. I don't remember the ending of that game. All I remember is that I try to get people to all I try to do is get people to beat Earthworm Jim 3D for me. That's all I try to do now. I'm reading that URL. We do not click links and we don't send her out or tell anybody to click links. But if that is Gruntilda, that's I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember how that game ended or how she became that. For a glow effect, oh, here's a question from Screwball. For a glow effect like on a Necron, I was going to use white base, but would spray the color on with a bit of flower improver. Spray on the color with glaze and wash medium, or brush it on with glaze and wash. How would you do that? Oh, he's gonna do it.
Do what?
We're asking, basically here, tell us how to do that glow effect.
Which one?
You see Screwball's question right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at.
We use a white base. I would spray the color on with a bit of flow improver. Either spray it with glaze and wash or brush it on with glaze and wash. That's what I would do. You want it to be transparent so it shows the white underneath.
Oh, it's a game over. Oh, you're right. Yes, Gruntilda is. I think so. I think that'd be fun to paint the crown like that. I think it'd be fun. Now, Jordan, I know you haven't painted it yet, but what if you like took a little fork in the road here and went down a different path right now and showed the good people what I was talking about earlier?
No.
What?
No.
What?
Nope.
You guys, I tried to. Guys, we need hype. We need Chad hype to help me out. Type glow in the chat if you want him to start from scratch and do this thing that I want him to do. You're not going to do it, are you, Jordan? Nothing. Wow. Chat's. Oh, Baka's number one. Come on, everybody.
Or do you want to see me paint some gold on this guy?
That's true, too. Thank you, Baka.
And or a freehand ultra.
I want to glow. That's
well, I know what you want.
Oh, wait. I'll be patient. I can wait. Ooh, Mike. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's coming. Glow, glow, glow.
Christopher.
What? Tom, welcome.
You can't always get what you want.
Yeah. Screwball, he's going to do real metallics. Like, I'm not even talking about paint right now. We're melting down gold today in the stream room.
Mm-hmm. No.
We're dipping this in real gold.
We're not doing that. Second time asking a real question above. New user.
Yes. Sorry.
Glow?
Let's get back. What sound does?
Pew 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 pew.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, Mike. Here's our question.
I've been considering a like white wash consistency, so the recesses are lighter, and I can glaze fluorescent on.
Haha!
You're just trying to get me to paint the glow.
No, we wanted a chat.
Fine, you guys suck. I'm doing this.
He's gotta do it.
But Christopher needs to get the airbrush turned on.
Oh, I can't do that. That goes against everything I believe in. I can't do that to Gabe.
You're
I can't betray my fellow man in the other
You're
room.
producing today.
Oh, you guys, this is such a dilemma. Gabe,
I'm giving you what you want.
no, this is not what I want.
Oh, smooth, baby.
I don't know how to do this. Jabe turns the air compressor on. Oh my gosh, it would be true heresy.
Christopher.
I can't do it. I seriously can't get myself to do it. You're gonna have to do it, Jordan. I stand by my man.
You guys are literally the worst.
Oh, you chat. This is the moral dilemma. Does Chris turn on the air
The amazing
compressor?
part is that you guys are only like this when Chris is here.
What are you guys talking about?
And Jason and Jen will never know.
Oh, they will. They watch it. Man up, Christopher. Game delay can't. If I get up from this chair, I've buried my fellow man. Last stand Iron. If you don't get on that compressor, Mike. Oh, this is a
Christopher,
dilemma.
I'm gonna make Christopher turn this compressor on.
No, I can't do it. No, someone help.
All right.
Oh, he's doing it because Jordan knows. Jordan knows the mental dilemma I just had to go through to learn glow effects. Why does Chris not want us to learn Punisher? No. Oh,
He's not even at his desk.
he's not even at his desk, so he didn't even hear any of this. Oh.
Screw you, Gabe.
Oh, he's turning it on, chat. That's okay. Wow, I'm really giving Jordan the business today. He did it. Me too. Me too, Mike.
I'm disappointed in you.
Mike, me too. You were so cruel, Chris. You know what? I can see that. I made him do that. Who was almost our favorite employee and why couldn't have been Christopher? That's true. I guess I'll play the villain.
You are the villain. There's no.
I'll play the part. After all, what is a drama without a villain? What is
The worst part is.
building of this grand
Okay.
company?
All right.
But if
I'm gonna
not
end up
for
repainting
drama-
this.
Okay, this is good. Jordan, first of all, thank you for doing this. Thank you. Second of all, great job, and it hasn't even started.
All right. So typically,
everybody's happy you're doing this.
So typically, this is something that I would do after I had painted the gun.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
After you had painted the gun.
Right.
After
Chat.
you had painted the gun.
I'm writing it in my notebook. After chat. After I painted. See, I'm taking notes. See this, Jordan? I'm taking real life notes right now.
Shut up, Christopher.
The chat can even hear me writing. I write 1,000 words a minute, chat. I just wrote a novel. Done.
Hey, Christopher, I need you to go get a drink while I do this demo.
Okay, you know what? I can't do that for you. You need water?
I need a Red Bull.
Yeah.
I need some wings.
Here we go. Everybody.
If I'm gonna deal with this,
I'll be back.
from you. Look at this. He'll go get a beverage, but he won't turn on the air compressor.
I won't.
What a scumbag. This guy. I'm gonna take a moment while I'm here, and I'm gonna do some interesting things really quick. Also, for those of you who are watching, like Jen, who I hope is watching, I'm being bullied by Gabe. And by Gabe, I mean Christopher. Man, I almost threw Gabe under the bus there. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Hi, Panic Bomb. Yeah, see what I have to put up with, chat? I gotta put up with this Christopher guy.
I'm back. I've missed a lot. You guys, I'm back. Jordan, what are you doing?
Putting some really quick spot highlights on this guy's head.
I leave for 1 minute.
Then I start doing weird stuff.
Actually, the spot highlights are actually really cool. You know what, Cannibal? I that is accurate. You missed a lot while you're here too. That is extremely accurate. If you're just now tuning in, our grand question of the day: can minis be big?
God damn it, Chris.
Can minis be big? I think so. Or not.
Can
You decide, America. Oh, okay. Well, after this, Jordan's going to show us some glow effects on the gun.
I had extra white, so I wanted to use it up.
No, this is good. Those are actually really what are those spot highlights?
Yeah.
A mini bigature. Yep, that's right. The grand question of the day is, how much can Jordan take? Says Game Delay. Great question, Game Delay. I'll take. How much can Jordan take for 500?
I'll take a lot for 500, Alex.
I quit for 1,000, Alex.
I don't need to
Is
quit.
the
I've already
Space
been
Marine
fired.
supposed to look baby blue? Says Cannibal. Or did Baby G just go heavy with the white?
I'm going a little heavy with the white. I'm going a little
I
exaggerated.
think there's a
with it.
he's in the sun. A lot of reflection, right? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. He's about to show us some glow effects on a gun. And let the record show, I did not turn the air compressor on for him. But I did get him a Red Bull.
This is also very good practice, by the way.
Like on a big miniature like this.
Just in general.
You could do this on our texture trainer too. That's what it's for, Chad. That's what the texture trainers are for. To train. Thank me later. Real question is, how many times tomorrow can Jordan turn the compressor on while Chris is in his office? Great question.
That was really bright.
The Marine is frolicking through a field of flowers on a bright sunny day. That's right, Papa Chicken. I'd like to see my Marines, my Ultra Space Marines. Ultra Space Marines? Come on! That's great. Running through the flowers.
Through the forest.
We're all just waiting patiently for him to do the glow effect on the gun. He's doing it. He's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. Ah, yeah. Wad.
All right. White
That's
glow
my mother.
on the gun. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Very good.
Very good. Yeah.
Ja.
Ja.
Das ist great.
Das
Oh.
ist gut.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
Das ist sehr gut.
Yes, Mike, good point. Step 1, that smiley face, very important. That's the first step of doing an OSL glow effect on Space
Don't
Marine
you
gun.
know? Don't you know?
Ooh, Mathis, what colors would you add to the range if you could? Great question.
I would love to have a signature set. I think that would be really fun. Or like a Baby J set. I think that would be
A Baby J set. What would be in your set? Needs
be
more
purple.
DACA. That's right.
Like a nice rich like warm plummy purple, like a highlight for dark plum. Like if we did like a dark hot plum or something like that, or like hot plum, so which is somewhere like a mixture between like dark hot pink and dark plum.
Okay.
Somewhere in there would kind of be the color that I would look for.
A signature paint.
Something that would be very nice to paint in a progression for, say, children.
Oh.
Because I really like that like rich, like plum violet armor.
Yeah.
Where it really is like kind of like glistens almost.
Uh-huh.
That.
That's cool.
So that would be number 1.
I know what.
I think I would want to
Jack.
do like a purpley skin tone
Like
that
an
you could
undertone?
use. No, it would be like a skin tone that you could use, but you'd use it for like zombie flesh, or you'd use it for. It'd be rather pale.
It'd be
so
called
you
zombie
could-
flesh.
Yeah. Well, you could do that, but like think about this, right? So like this kind of skin tone, right?
Yeah.
See how like purpley that is? Let me zoom in a bit for you
Yes.
guys. So something kind of like that. Ooh,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
That kind
Okay.
of like pale off purpley color.
Yeah.
I think would be great.
Okay.
So that would be color numero dos.
I like that.
Let's see here. What
Campbell,
what other
yeah, the
colors would I
texture
do?
trainers are amazing.
I would. I don't think I would do a brown because we got a lot of really great browns that I really like.
Right.
I might do.
I want a Baby J set, signature set of 6 wizards.
I
blood
might do
colors.
like a slightly warmer bone color, like a
Okay.
not khaki, not dark ivory,
Yeah.
but like if you took dark ivory in value and added a little bit of like sandiness to it,
Interesting.
I think would be a color that I would really like.
You know, that's interesting. Yeah, I like I like our bone color. It is really nice. A warm ivory, maybe. It says
Well, ivory is
And-
already warm, but it would be like a
warm?
dirtier warm ivory or something like that.
a dirty warm ivory, faded warm
Um,
ivory. No, dark warm ivory. Does that work? Maybe dark warm ivory.
It could be something like that.
I would have one color, chat.
I would do a.
I'm gonna tell you guys my color after Jordan.
Oh, I would do like a really rich. What I do? I might do something in the like pale blues.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite faded ultramarine, but something in that general vicinity.
Interesting.
Would be really cool. Be different than what we have. That's 4 colors. I don't think I would do a metallic right now.
Game delay.
Um,
Does Jason know about these dreams? I want a Jordan 5 and Christopher 1 signature set. Mike, Chris color is plaid. It's already being developed. That's right. No, actually,
the company already pays me, so it doesn't make sense for me to do a signature set.
this is true.
Also, I don't
It'd
have
be
a
for
large
fun.
social media following, so that also doesn't make sense.
My one color I would make would be called cash.
Cash?
It would be the green of money.
Would it be called cash money?
No. The color is cash. There's a color out there, I forget the Pantone, but there's this couch color.
Oh, I forget the
Um,
Pantone. Pardon me, folks. Let me go get my Pantone book really quick so I can find the Pantone I've forgotten.
I could go get.
Pardon me. We do have a Pantone book in the office, actually, which is what makes that so funny.
So mine would be Cash, which is like this. It's such a
Would
it's
you
such
call
a
it cashmere?
no, I would not. I would call it Cash.
Haha, Ryan
Cash.
Wallace.
Cash green.
That we had the same thought because you
Cash
definitely put that in before the delay hit.
green. It would be it. It is the only way to describe it is if you look at a dollar bill, and there is a specific
Is it related to the color of actual dollar?
yes.
Oh, jeez.
And it's I don't know the exact value of it, but when you see it out in the wild, like a couch company has a leather called Cash. It's like that green dye or whatever. That's cool.
All right, what color are we doing?
Cash is in U.S. currency dollar, not green. I want fluoro green.
Fluorescent green. Do we want to use fluorescence, or do we want to do it regular so that people know how to
I would say because we have fluorescence.
use the fluorescent?
Obvious people are wanting hot pink.
Hot pink.
Jabe says, "Oh, I can't read what Jabe says. It's blurring out." Jabe, sorry.
Do anything but green.
No, I just couldn't read what he was saying there. I see he just couldn't do that. You know what, Gabe? You weren't even at your desk to see me defend us in our homestead.
Okay, new username who dis, which is Mike.
Yeah.
Who was one of the original askers of this question, has stated that they want pink, and a lot of other people have mimicked that interest. So we're gonna do pink.
I defended you.
Haha,
Gabe.
screw you, Christopher.
I
Eat
defended
sushi.
you. Jordan asked me
Go
to
eat
turn
some sushi, sir.
the air compressor on,
Go eat
and
some
I said
sushi
no.
and enjoy it.
I said no.
And
I didn't betray our kingdom of that said office. I did not turn that air compressor on. And chat was like, "Oh my gosh, Christopher's not doing us the justice." And I'm like, I can't go against
All right,
my
we're
kin.
taking fluorescent pink,
You can go back in the stream and watch.
and we are going to get a little bit of water. Whenever you're doing this, you want to use clean water. So you
I
want
can't see that,
to
Jabe.
make sure your brush is really clean.
All right, this is the
is not
moment we've all been
contaminated
waiting
with
for.
other colors. I'm gonna get a brand new paper towel.
You're right. Thank you, Mike. I gotta focus.
here. So I can make sure that my brush
It's my watching face.
is clean. Yeah, that should be good enough. And we're gonna thin down this
Mm-hmm.
fluorescent pink.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do it on camera. Do it on camera. Ooh, sorry.
This is literally all I've been
Got him,
doing.
everybody.
Just throwing it on like this.
We got him. We fix it. Ooh. It's a pink color. Whoa. Nice. How diluted is that?
It's pretty diluted.
Is
I
it
mean,
50-50 or is it like 70-30? Yes, it is pink.
it's pretty
It's
heavily diluted.
it's fluoro pink,
I
right?
would say fluorescent.
Yeah, fluorescent pink, Papa.
This I would say is
Papa Chicken.
probably diluted 3 or 4 times to 1 with water.
I see. 3 to 1, okay. That looks good.
You almost kind of want to make it into a wash.
You know what I was gonna say is that maybe you should have made them like red hot coils. But no, this is plasma. So no, that wouldn't make sense. I guess what is the color of their guns? It's normally like light blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's blue. Yeah. But like I said, I'm gonna repaint over this anyways. So this is just for demonstration purposes to show you guys how this works. But you're noticing how I'm painting this glow down more,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna kind of imagine that it's in a darker environment.
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
this
got
glow
you.
is the bulk of what
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
we're seeing here.
Oh, Mike was asking. So what I was asking was more instead of airbrushing white, mixing a white wash and doing reset wash to glaze fluorescence. Is it theoretically a bad idea?
So what's going to end up being the problem if you do it that way is there's two ways to paint this type of glow. Okay?
Yeah.
So the first option is the ribs,
Yeah.
right, are not the origin of the glow, and that the ribs cover over a tube inside that is glowing. So in which case, the ribs themselves would not be brighter than the gaps between them. The gaps between them would be brighter than the ribs.
That's
right?
straight facts.
But
folks.
if the ribs are the thing that is glowing,
Okay.
which is true for plasma glow,
Right.
then the ribs would be the brightest part and the gaps between would be darker.
I see.
It also is easier to paint that way, which is nice.
And that's the real reason. That does look really good, though. Thank you for demonstrating this.
But I mean, this is literally just step one.
Step one.
Step one.
This is where I would have stopped.
Well, you can stop here if you want.
No, this is only step one.
But
Brian
then
Wallace,
we get
I want
into,
barbecue ribs now. No food comments. I don't allow it.
hey, I'm really excited for going home and having some Japanese curry for dinner.
Oh. That made my brain hurt, Songer. Yes. Yes, it did.
Did it make sense? I mean, I hope
Yes.
that made sense.
I'm saying yes. I'm standing behind Baby J. Supporting him with my kindness
then
and appreciation.
The next thing that we're doing here is we're starting at the sides
Okay.
and we're increasing the darkness
Mm-hmm.
at the sides of the glow.
This is true, Mike. Mike is asking, so if I wanted the underskeleton of a Necron, but the armor not glowing, so like going inside out, would the whitewash method be feasible?
Easier way to do it, prime it white, dry brush it in silver. And then you can do a thin wash of your filter color over the model,
Nice.
like with your fluorescent, and that'll look really cool.
Is that still diluted
That's a
paint?
cool cheat.
What's the water ratio here?
Much less diluted.
Like a 1-to-1?
Yeah.
On the other side, you can show us the glow between the baby back ribs. Papa Chicken, you know, we should have just painted this plasma gun like a rack of ribs, like barbecue ribs.
No.
Mike, he's filled with good tips every once in a while. You just have to know how to ask the right questions. And Baby J flies.
Fly like an eagle.
Baby J, put it on camera. Put it on camera. I say that in a very respectful way. I tell this
Shut
to
up.
Jordan all the time
Shut
when
up,
we're
Christopher.
filming the shorts. Get it on camera! Center it!
Yeah, center it up, dang
Center
it. You're doing it wrong.
Center it up!
So we really
Yeah.
want to darken this side bit here. Because the idea is we want the center part up here
Chili
to be the brightest part.
Oh, Jake W. Great question. Hi. After a 4-year break from painting, I came back to a bunch of dried up Citadel paints. Which pro set complements the starter box for getting a base color and a highlight for each main color?
Well, the base set is going to be your best bet for starting colors. Our paints are not designed
Great question.
in the same way that the Games Workshop paints are, where they give you a base color and then a highlight color. That's not how our colors are designed, with the vast majority of them. Our part of our philosophy as a company for manufacturing paint, Jake, and if you are newer here, welcome, is we want to eliminate the crutches that have been built into our industry from teaching people bad habits.
Yeah.
And getting people more comfortable with mixing highlights and mixing paints in general. So that base set will come with all of the colors that you need to paint the vast majority of things that you would need to paint. It comes with white, it comes with black, it comes with your core colors, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, pink.
Comes
purple.
with all, yeah.
It comes with all that. Now, in that set also are brighter colors and darker colors. So colors that you can use to mix in for your highlight colors, as well as darker colors that you can mix in to create shadows. That's kind of where we want to build everybody's foundation. And to help with that, we are very active in helping our new painters along. So be it through this stream and doing demos like this, or on our Discord, which Christopher can throw a link out for really quick, or on our YouTube, which is another link that we can throw out. We offer many different tutorials and things like that where you can learn how to take your paints and use them however you want, and not being stuck to having to use your base shade and highlight colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to build the foundation for you to feel comfortable to say, I want this to be blue. That's your middle color. And go, what's a good shadow for blue? Well, anything that's blue or a dark green, like a darker blue, a dark green, or like a darker, like a purple or something like that would make a really good shade for blue. Or black, like mixing blue with black is also acceptable too, right? So there's a lot of different options that you have there that will make it much more interesting to look at, much nicer overall. And then the same thing for the highlights. When you mix your highlights, you can mix things like white, right? If you mix your white into your primary color, you're going to get a much more desaturated color, but it will be brighter. Or you can use things like, mixing a little bit of like brighter skin tone into your blues, which will give you a nice bright kind of greenish pale blue, which is really nice. Or you can mix in a little bit of like a pink, a bright pink or something like that, which will give you or did I say skin tone will give you a bright pale blue, pale green blue? Sorry, an off-white yellow color mixed with blue will give you an off pale green color. But using other colors to mix into your highlights other than white and black will give you a much better look. So that's kind of what we're trying to get into. The long and short of it is the base set is a great place to start from.
It is.
And if you have questions, please ask. We are
check us out on that Discord.
Super excited and happy to answer questions.
Mike, are you excited about? Let me go back up here to upcoming Battle of the Black Gate diorama. That would be a long time. At the end of the second age with, the Numenorian spearmen. That would be a lot of minis. I've seen some of those epic scale dioramas though of like Helm's Deep and stuff. Those are pretty cool. I don't have the space. One of my goals is to eventually make a portable gaming board. Like a legit one.
Can we throw a store link up for
yes,
our friend that just asked the question as
Jake
well?
W. We got a store link coming your way. Boom! Battle Final Armies diorama, Chuck.
You can also use our store locator to find an LGS near you that might carry our products as well.
Which I'm going to do that one as well. No, I like making dioramas. They're cool, but I would do more. I don't really. Let me rephrase that. I've never done a diorama. I think it would be cool to do one. My thing is, I like the functioning things for like when I hobby. So, for example, I would make a board that I could battle on as my diorama, right?
So I'm using a darker color here. This is dark magenta mixed with our pink fluorescent. And I'm putting it into the recesses at the corner, leaving some of that previous layer.
Oh, that makes sense, Mike. Yes, Source, we're painting the big Space Marine today. Jake says, gotcha, just discovered your paints yesterday, so been watching everything I could find on you. I like the physical fellow Arizonan here. Oh, cool.
Hey, Jake, if you're ever in the area, feel free to drop by our HQ. We have our doors always open. Well, not always. We do go home at some point during the day, but generally speaking, throughout the day, we are open to visitors. We love having members of our community come down and check out what we do here and say hello. So if you're ever interested and excited to check out what HQ is all about, come on down. That's assuming that you're in the Phoenix metro area.
Jake, I started with all those old paints. I even made like a trade for old like Citadel paints and all those other paint brands. And I was Phil, who's been my friend for a very long time, started working here and got us into Pro Acrylic paints, and I have never turned back.
Because he was working here at the time already, right?
What's that?
He was already working here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now we're mixing white plus pink fluorescent. Hey,
Jordan, can you zoom back out? I just noticed that.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm moving this out of the way so I can kind of get a good.
Gotcha. Chuck, yes, I have so much terrain at home that I need to paint.
He also has some terrain that he needs to put together and paint for me.
You got to bring it.
I do need to bring it. I keep on forgetting.
Bring it. I'll text you because actually that would be fun to paint because I like painting ruins.
It's super cool and also it's super modular.
Yeah, I would be fun to paint.
So
the Dol Guldur.
Dol Guldur. I have 2 of them.
Oh.
I have 2 of them.
That would be fun to do that scale. Okay, so what's your work up here?
So this is the 50/50 gold titanium white and pink fluorescent.
I love painting
starting
terrain.
at the top, and I'm very gradually going back towards the sides.
Oh, yeah, nice. Very nice. Jake Wallace, you live in Glendale. Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty close.
Cool.
Yeah, we're just in downtown Phoenix basically, or Midtown.
Yeah, because when you say Phoenix nowadays, it's like
it's huge,
massive. Phoenix can go past like the 101 now north. It's wild.
Oh, really?
That looks great, Jordan. Yeah, I can. It looks really good. I should have.
See how we're
this is good because I might go back and redo my War Masters.
Because you have a couple of these big old plasma guns on it, right?
I do, and I
Plasma
tried
cannons.
doing something like this. Yes, Mike. I like terrain painting and stuff like that. I'll have to throw some of my stuff in the Discord. I love painting terrain. Like
his terrain looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I'll have to throw some in Discord. I love tufts. I like doing that whole side of the hobby. I just love a good gaming board. Like that's what makes for me the war games. Like when you get good terrain out there, I just love.
It changes the experience significantly.
We did the Adepticon spray team, that signature set, and I got to meet the Adepticon spray team when I was at Adepticon this year. And those guys were some of the coolest dudes, man. They were so cool. They were super kind. They painted.
We might actually go down and help them out a little bit this year.
I'd totally be down.
They asked Jason and I to.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
It was incredible. I don't remember the number. I know it was at least like 3,000 pieces of terrain.
Oh, it's insane.
The
amount of terrain that they produce.
When you think about
bonkers,
so I ended up staying back one night because I wanted to get some footage and talk with those guys. So I ended up interviewing all of them and just being, asked them. They were just talking about our signature series for Adepticon, and they were just super chill. They had some cool stuff. And then when the hall was closed, I went in there with them and they were just telling me about their process of the actual, like, them painting. And the terrain was not sloppily,
no,
painted.
It's really nice.
It's really good.
I have some photos of the terrain that I played a game of Legions Imperialis on, and it is incredible.
Sorry guys, I'm catching up on this. So Mike, to answer your question, painting. I love painting terrain.
Really quick before you go into that, just to explain a little bit of what I just did.
Yeah.
So I went back in with a darker color and I lined between these hot bits with the just the fluorescent pink. And now I'm going to take pure bold titanium white and I'm going to hit the top of the barrel.
I'm catching up on questions. I'm scrolling up here, guys. Give me 1 second. Mathis, I just put the store in there. Space to Game, is it a store to buy hobby supplies? All of the above. What's at your HQ for the public? Our HQ is where we make. Obviously, we produce and make all the paints. This is where we all work. This is the hub. You can buy some paints here. You can come and stop by between 8 and 4 and actually buy paint. But that's mainly it. We don't, we can potentially show you around depending on what the day looks like, and stuff like that. So that's what's at HQ.
It's where we stream from.
Yeah,
the studio is.
That's where we're in there right now.
Yeah.
Vector, what is the Adepticon spray team and how are those colors chosen? Why satin black?
I mean, I can answer that question. Yeah, so satin black, specifically to answer that question, is a color that a lot of people have been asking for a long time. One of the things about black as a color is when it is super matte, it tends to look more like a dark gray. And so one of the properties of a really deep, true black is that it is... It has a little bit of sheen to it. The more satin you make it, or the more gloss that you make it, the deeper and darker that black tends to look. Just because it is not absorbing and reflecting as much light, right? So the idea of what makes, because remember, so something like Banta black or the like darkest blacks in the world, right? Those colors don't reflect light. That's the whole thing, right? So light reflecting off of an object back into your eyes is what tells you what color that thing is. So the light will bounce onto that object, it will absorb some of the color spectrum, and then it will reflect the color spectrum that you see back into your eye. So because light has all of the colors in the color spectrum together. So if I have light reflect into something that's red, it's absorbing all of those other color spectrums, and then it's beaming red back into your eyes. And then your eye perceives that color as red, right?
Right.
So that's some of the science behind it, right?
Yeah.
So black is when light is not reflecting those colors back at you in the same way. So the darker the black, the more light gets absorbed and the less gets reflected, And the thing is, a glossy surface reflects more in a pinprick than it does over the whole surface.
Sure.
So you get less surface area that's reflecting light back at you, which makes it appear more deeper black than gray.
Huh. That's a good way of
Is
putting
the
it.
weird sciencey
And that is
answer
why we
to that
have Satin Black. And the Adepticon spray team, Vector, is the team that painted all of the terrain for Adepticon. So when you go to Adepticon, there are a bunch of gaming tables, and they're all filled with painted terrain, full sets of painted terrain, fully game functioning painted terrain, and it's a lot. I think the guys were saying it's like over 3,000 pieces. It's massive. It fills a hall. They paint them all, and they use they wanted the colors in our sets because they were specifically very they're just basically workhorse style colors for a lot of their stuff, and they need that kind of stuff. But anyway, they paint all the terrain, so that when you go to a convention, you get to play on painted terrain and take the time to do it, and it's fantastic.
Well, the crazy thing is they supply terrain not only for Adepticon, they supply terrain for a huge portion of events around
it's incredible.
the US.
Mike, that's a lot of terrain. I can't even handle it. You have the Dol Guldur set, Jordan? Is that the one you're talking about? That's a cool set.
So they have the individual box sets, right? And then they have the big bundle set where you get like 5 of them in one time.
Oh, okay.
I have just the individual sets.
How much? No, Mike. You're crazy.
I wanted to
Brain
make
hurts again, Songer.
Cool
Yeah, me too.
Guldur table.
Yeah,
I thought would have been super fun.
I like painting terrain. I like the workup. Yeah, Mike, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, the workup for stone is one of my favorites. I start with dark umber, and then I go to dark yellow green, and then I'll go to neutral gray, and then I'll do bright warm gray, and then I'll do faded green.
Mm-hmm.
Very light faded green. But yeah, I'll throw some pictures in the Discord and see what you guys think. Jordan needs more doll. Yep. I love terrain. Terrain is my
I need more
favorite. Terrain for
gosh.
me is like one of those really like I don't really have like a super like high objective of making it look super good, but it's just fun to paint. So that is a lot of Lord of the Rings terrain up there, Mike. Weathertop, Amon Hen. Did they make an Amon Hen set?
They do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's one literally at Old World.
Oh, I didn't know that was that's GW?
Yeah.
Really? I thought they just made that.
Oh,
from
they might have
scratch.
made it, but there is a GW one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
I don't know if they
knew
sell
that.
it anymore.
That's just oh my gosh. That's a big haul, Mike. I remember, Mike, you play a lot of that though.
Christopher, I do want to play more Middle Earth, by the way.
I know. That's something that I just got to leave here at work, and we'll have to just play during lunch. I've been doing that with Blood Bowl, so I can make a break from Blood Bowl, and we'll just play at lunch. Oh, why? Oh, Mathis, why do you paint the floral pink so far down the gun casing just to paint it over with black?
I wanted to more encapsulate the way that the glow looked, so that you guys got a better sense of like what that gradient feels like without the rest of the loudness. Because the gun casing I would paint anyways, and then I would do the glow on top of the gun casing. So this is just a way for you guys to kind of just see what that glow looks like start to finish with a black outline around it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's cool. Ooh.
So this is your plasma glow. Start to finish. Pretty
Yeah,
easy, pretty simple.
Oh, you know
Not
what,
complicated.
Mike? I think I am remembering their Weathertop set. That's an old set, though. That would be dope to paint. Weathertop. Have like a board of that. That would be fun. Yeah, Anakin, the story narratives of Middle Earth strategy game are pretty cool. Like when you read through those books, I like playing the games. I just never end up like following through with time and just getting committed, and that's just the problem with games sometimes. So that's why I'm trying to get better at finding time to actually play. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, I was just looking at that on my phone of the actual Weathertop one. That thing is gigantic. It's huge.
Mm-hmm. We'd have to play it with the 9 because there's a scenario for it.
Yeah.
I think there's really even a model with Frodo on the ground after he got stabbed.
Really?
I literally think that model exists.
That's cool though. Overall, that's a long story short, painting terrain is very fun for me. I like flocking. I like doing all that kind of stuff. It's very fun.
All right, we're gonna mix a little bit of burnt orange.
We've thought about that, Mike. It's just that
rich gold.
My hype is getting big for AOS 4, so we're actually starting a Blood Bowl league here in the office. Kyle's running that, but a battle companies league would be fun. What are you doing here, son?
Mixing up.
Look at that.
A nice little nice little metallic color.
Nice. Look at that.
Nice and thin.
It's actually how I want to do a battle company season to start army smaller number. Yeah. Starting small with what you're painting, especially when it comes to army, is a lot easier than being like, hey, I'm going to buy all the armies that I want and then just start painting. It's almost better to... I've made a goal. It's like, okay, I got to stop buying armies till I have one done. But I have... Most of my AOS armies are done, except for my my Soulblight Gravelords. Source is asking, why add the water to the mix? I mean, why do you want it to be thinner?
Because I want it to apply smoother. And I want to apply thinner layers of it. Build it up. That's why.
Chris, when you produce Jordan Paints True Metallic Metal, what's up with that? No, this is just normal metallics.
This is True Metallic Metal. He had it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it say true in there. I thought it said non. You're right. I don't know. I asked him. I like our metallics a lot.
Maybe we make great metallics.
We make great metallics.
I like these warmer golds, which is why I tend to mix a little bit of burnt sienna into my golds when I paint them.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives me this really beautiful,
looks good,
richness.
Yes, I misread that, Mike. I saw you said true. I don't know. I always like watching our metallics go on. They look really good. Do y'all find the metallic paints apply better, thinner as well, a more smooth finish when you add some water?
I think for me, because I'm doing such a large surface, I wanted to thin them down a little bit. Gives me a little bit smoother, thinner surface when I'm doing it this way.
Mike, that is how my brain works. I did not. You did not say compute.
True metallic.
I did. I just did not compute. I'm like, oh my gosh, what?
That's why I specified, because I knew you didn't register it.
Was this burnt sienna? Thought you would say burnt orange first time.
Oh, I did say burnt orange. I'm sorry. I used burnt orange, not burnt sienna.
We're fading over here. We're fading.
My
fading.
goodness. I am a goober. I'm a goofy goober.
That looks great, Jordan.
Yeah, isn't this nice?
It does.
And this is just one coat, with it like being pretty
Yeah.
thin.
Mm-hmm. Can you zoom out a touch?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that here in a second.
I want you to zoom out, Jordan.
Here, we'll zoom out all the way. That's all the
Ooh,
way.
there you go.
Yeah, that looks really nice. Got such a beautiful sheen to it too.
Yeah.
We'll let that dry on that.
Yeah,
guy.
Memphis, it's already super convincing contrast to the point where it doesn't look like it needs any shading or highlights. That's Jordan for you right there. And what he does best.
Part of the reason they keep me around. Because
Yes, naps are needed for today's stream.
I know a bit about what I'm talking about.
Jordan, on the Smog base, are you planning on darkening the jade stone? It's more black in the
Yes.
film with jade undertones
Yes.
and veins.
100%.
That's a big undertaking. Now, that goes back to our original question. Very interesting, Mike. Can minis be big?
You're done, Christopher. You're banned.
You ever add gloss varnish to metallics to get them more reflective, says Source?
I have, actually.
Do you thin with water or also some glazed medium?
You could use glaze and wash medium.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to use water here because I did not want to keep the viscosity while creating opacity. The goal was, or transparency. The goal was not to create transparency. The goal was to reduce viscosity. You get a thinner, more fluid paint.
Yeah.
I was not as worried about creating something that was transparent. The reason that you use glaze and wash medium is to make the starting paint less opaque before thinning for viscosity, which will also reduce opacity. But when you start from a less opaque initial mixture, you can get a more paintable, more transparent final product than you would if you were going to thin with just water for the same level of opacity that you wanted for, or transparency that you wanted for the finished product. I know that might be a little confusing.
I like when Jordan gets to this level of just theory in here, and then it just...
People's eyes glaze over.
No, we don't glaze over. There's a lot of facts. And I'm just asking, can minis be big? Jordan is making very good points over here. And I am just
Christopher's
contemplating a
being
mini being
Christopher.
big. They need a Titan to demonstrate. Titans are massive. Like, I always forget how
We
big
have
those
one
are.
here that I'm supposed to paint.
What? Oh, you have a proxy one, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Or, yeah, kind of.
We have one that's...
Jordan is an amazing teacher. Team Tiny Victories. He is a very good teacher.
Of our acrylic glaze medium. Glaze is in like gloss. Medium?
I like painting big models. Big models are fun for me to paint.
Also, hello, Twitch Summerlin. Long time no see.
Yeah, welcome in.
Been a while.
What's the name of your acrylic glazed wash medium? It is called our glazed wash medium. More Titans. No.
I'm gonna let that dry.
Painting a Titan would be an undertaking, dude.
Yes, it would.
Be an undertaking.
It most certainly would be. Is this right or left? It is left. All right, here we go.
Yes, I learned a ton watching these streams. That's the whole point. We hope you guys do learn a lot. I learn a lot. That's why I like coming on here and giving Jordan the business more than anybody else, just because I'm actually asking questions that I'm going to totally do. Oh, yes, I would use the DA100 to paint a Titan. No Titans. No Titans for Christopher. I would like to fight a Titan in 40K at one point, just because I like that massive like narrative, right? It'd be fun to fight one. But no, I don't know. That would take forever to paint. Ugh. Need it, yep. Oh. Source, going on a 4-week vacation debating on whether to bring my hobo airbrush setup so I can prime models while I'm away. Might as well. Bring it. Jordan, it is 3:57.
It most certainly is. Do you have somebody to raid into yet?
You know what? You guys? We're going to look up someone to raid, and I think Jordan's going to...
Christopher has to be out of here right at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Because he has a bit of a trip back home, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get stuck in traffic.
You know, it's and it's been a pleasure today. I could go all night. It just can't go all night. People gotta go to bed. Jordan, what are you doing?
I did a thing.
Throw it away. Throw the model away. Done. Messed it up. Look at that fix. Woohoo!
Boom. See? You gotta act fast. It's the
ninja-like
painting food.
reflexes. All right, chat. I'm gonna put some links up for you, and Jordan is gonna send us
all right,
out.
folks. We are gonna take it out of here. Jackson Pollock painted Titan. Yikes. All righty, everyone.
You guys have been awesome as
We are
always.
making some headway on this guy today. Thank you guys for joining us. We have had a wonderful time.
We always have a great time.
Hope you guys likewise had a great time. Make sure that if you are new here and you are not already following us, to drop us a follow on Twitch or subscribe if you're on YouTube.
And remember, you guys, the final note of today is remind them about our giveaway, Jordan.
Yes. Don't
I
forget,
will also do that.
one of the links that we're putting up is for our giveaway for a copy of
Age of
Age of
Hunger.
Angra. When does the giveaway end?
Great question. Gabe!
Well, sign up for it, and I'm sure it will tell you on there, because this guy doesn't
I
know.
forgot. I'm drawing a horrible brain fart, and I need to know.
All right. Well, we'll tell everybody all
We will.
the other things.
Hey,
So-
you know what? Surprise, surprise. I'm not telling you on purpose because you need to click the link and do it.
Yep. Awesome. Make sure you guys check out all the links. Check out our store link to buy all the wonderful paints that we've been using here on stream to paint this crazy large bigature. Make sure you check out the FLGS link if you want to pick up and support your local game store.
That's right.
Pick up some stuff there. And check out our Discord link. As Ghost Hunter so wonderfully put in here, we have 4,406 amazing artists in the Discord. And one
Yep.
person who still doesn't know what Blue Signar is.
We didn't even look that up because our
You know what, Ghost Hunter?
it wasn't working.
I also do not know what Blue Signar is, to be honest with you. No idea. Thank you, Anakin Skyhumper. 4 days and 7 hours is when it ends. Make
Anyway.
sure to check out our YouTube link as well, where you can find all of our fantastic short content that both Christopher and I cooperatively make for you guys. We hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you guys enjoyed stream. We are going to raid into somebody here shortly
And Twitch?
in Twitch. So if you are on YouTube, make sure you hop over and say hello if you'd like. If not, I hope you have a wonderful night. And we will see you tomorrow. We stream from 2 to 4 p.m. Arizona time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good luck.